What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, you guys. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the computer science courses I have taken during my college journey of getting my computer science degree. So yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome to this channel. If you are new to this channel, obviously subscribe. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. Also, if you enjoyed this video, or if this video taught you anything new, go ahead and drop a like. Also, feel free to drop a comment. I respond to all my comments. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so as you guys see right here, I got the So I'm going to be using a ranking list for these this video, right? So okay, so ranking my computer science courses, right? So all right. Obviously, we're going to start with the overall major map. So this is going to give you guys kind of like inside the courses I've taken. So term number one, I took programming languages. Obviously, as this video continues, I'm going to go into detail of the exact courses I've taken. So with that being said, obviously, stick to the end, watch the video, and I'll get into more detail. But just to start this video off, I just want to give an overview on the actual courses I've taken, right? So term number one, I took Intro to Programming Languages. This is my first programming language course. English 101, English 102, ASU Experience, Introduction to Engineering, Calculus 1. Then you're supposed to take a humanities class. After that, term two was object-oriented programming. English, in this case, I took English 102. We should get into that later. Calculus 2, humanities, and natural sciences, which took that as well. So term three, I took digital design fundamentals, introduction to programming languages, discrete mathematics, calculus 3, I think scientific thinking. So scientific thinking or natural science. I'm pretty sure I took chemistry for that. But like I said, we'll get into more details into that. So that wraps up. Term number four was computer organization and assembly language programming. Get into that later. CSC 310, which was data structures and algorithms. I actually made a video about that course and the stuff I learned about that on this channel. Honestly, personally, one of my favorite courses, but super difficult, which we'll get into that later. IEE 380, which is probability and statistics for engineers. After that was scientific thinking, natural sciences. Once again, natural sciences and a behavioral sciences course. So that wraps up. So term number four, that wraps up year number two. Okay, so going into year number three, which is term number five, this is when you get into more of the upper division electives or upper division courses, which is more about the actual computer science curriculum. So yeah, term number five took introduction to theoretical computer science. CSC 301, computing ethics, making sure that you're not, using the skills that you learn just to, finesse people online and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not good. All right. Okay. So CSC 360, introduction to software engineering, CSC 365, information assurance. When I tell you guys, we'll get into that course, but that was such a tough course. That was such a tough class. I'll say that. Next one is Math 343, which is applied linear algebra. And after that, I think American institutions. I'm not exactly too sure what that means. I don't even know. But that wraps up term number five and the first semester of year number three. Term number six, which is the last semester of year number three, is CSC 340, which is principles of programming languages, which is a tough course. CSC 330, operating systems. CSC 412. I believe I took CSC 445, which is distributed software development, which is a pretty difficult course. The other two courses out of those three options, those were already filled out. So obviously those are easier courses, which is why everyone kind of took those. So yeah. All right. So that wraps up year number three. Now going into the final year, senior year, term number seven, first semester of your senior year, CSC 485. CSC 485, computer science capstone, part one. After that is computer science. Term number eight is computer science capstone, part two. And during these, I took obviously upper division elective and obviously the two other elective courses right here, which we'll get into later in this video. And as well as term number eight, same thing, capstone, upper division elective, then a 400 level electives. All right, so that was kind of the overview of the actual major. Now let's go ahead and actually rank all these courses. Like I said, let's just show you guys. What am I talking about? Let's show you guys. So these, I'm going to be ranking them from, this is a ranking list. So we have impossible, super difficult, difficult, mid, and easy. Okay. So yeah, we'll start off with the first class. So ASU 101. I actually went to community college, as you guys know, for my first year. So I didn't even take ASU 101. I'm pretty sure I took community college 101 or something like that. So this is one of the easiest courses that I can possibly take. So we're going to put that as easy. The next course is English 101, English 102. This is probably one of the easier courses I've taken. It was kind of a lot to read though. It was a lot of reading. I'm gonna put it as easy tier for now. Okay, so the next course is gonna be, let's see what we have here. Okay, this is gonna be our capstone part number 1. So this was I would say this is a pretty somewhat difficult course. So I'm gonna say, but it was kind of easy because we teamed up with team members. Also, if you guys see the grades here, if something says like, let's say B plus, like that was my actual grade. But if you see something that just says like a C or something like that, a lot of the courses that I taken were from community college, so the grades actually didn't pop up in my ASU transcript. So some courses show the grades, some courses don't. So that's just something to know. Okay. And if you guys are wondering, I didn't get like a super high GPA at a 3.09 GPA, so at least at a 3.0. Okay. So okay. Get that out the way. All right, so upper division. Yeah, I would say this one is. I want to kind of put it in mid, but I kind of want to say difficult. I'm gonna say mid. Because that course wasn't too difficult, I would say. All right, so next one is public speaking. Somehow I got a C in this class, and I took this course twice, so I don't know if this grade actually even popped up in my transcript the right way, but I somehow got a C because I didn't go to the final. I got the date of the final mixed up. It's the dumbest reason ever. But this is a super easy course. I should have got an A in this class. It's tragic. It's tragic. Okay. Okay. Next thing is going to be pre-calculus. As you guys know, something to note. When I was taking my courses, I didn't do good in high school. So all my classes for mathematics, I wasn't even admitted into the computer science program because my grades for math courses were not even good enough. So I had to take all the extra math courses before I was even able to get into the computer science program. So I might make a video about that in the future, but it was definitely a big thing for me to like even get into the engineering program. You put the work in, you overcome that, and look where we are now. We got the engineering degree now. So. All right, so pre-calculus, I want to say pre-calculus is mid. It was definitely a slap in the face because it was one of my first math courses that I've taken, so it was kind of tough at the beginning, but yeah, pre-calculus I'll say is mid. Okay, so CSE 110. Okay, this class was the first introduction to programming class I ever taken, and you guys gotta think this is in 2021, so we didn't even have ChatGPT yet, and if we did, it wasn't really able to help. For me, I want to say this was difficult. You guys might not think some people out there might not think it's difficult, but for me, this was my first programming courses, and I didn't have any outside knowledge of programming before that, so I would say that was a difficult course. So the next course I took was modern Arabic literature. This is one of my favorite courses. The people in that class are actually super chill. It was definitely a different crowd because coming from engineering students, everyone in engineering was kind of like dialed in, but these people, they kind of knew how to have a good time, and there was actually some engineers in there too. So I noticed everyone in that class was just kind of actually taking the class to actually enjoy it. So yeah. So okay. So we have this course. I want to say this is easy. I mean, I got an A plus in it. So I mean, it was pretty easy. So we're gonna go toss that right there. Okay. So the next course was history of photography. Okay. So like I said, these grades aren't even popping up right here. But this class was pretty easy. I think I took it at Chandler Gilbert Community College. I'm not sure the grade on that, but I'm pretty sure I probably got like a decently high grade on that. This class, obviously, was it easy? We might be running out of room here, so I'm just gonna try to stack these like that. Okay, so the next course is gonna be, let's see here. This is buried cities. Okay, another course I think I took at community college. Yeah, this is another easy course. Obviously the GPA is not popping up because I took that as at the community college, so we'll put that right there. Okay, so the next course, I put these two together. These are the behavioral science courses. So I took African American history and intro to communication, which, as I mentioned earlier, I took 2 communication courses. So this is the actual one that's supposed to be on my GPA, but the other one was on my GPA because it's from community college. So I don't know why that is the case, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, these courses, once again, pretty easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the easy. Okay, so the next computer science course for my degree I took was chemistry 101, and I'm not gonna lie, even chemistry 101, it was not easy at all. Definitely not easy. It definitely wasn't the easiest. It definitely wasn't the easiest, but it was not the most difficult. So I'm gonna put it as mid. I'm gonna put it as mid. Let's see here. Okay. The next course, the next courses we're gonna get into are the science courses, lower division. So this is chemistry 107. So I think this is counting as chemistry 102, I believe. Unless I'm not making a mistake here. But yeah, this is 107. I want to say this course was pretty difficult. Definitely wasn't easy, and it definitely wasn't mid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this as let's see here. Difficult. Oops. Can I zoom out? My bad. Okay, I'll put this as difficult. So this is our second difficult course right here. So obviously programming, and then chemistry 2. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to think. The next course was Life of the Universe. This is another elective. Obviously took that as a community college, so that is not on my GPA, but I'm pretty sure I got a high grade in that course, and this is another easy course. Let's see here. Okay, so this was Math 243. Oh my God, this is discrete mathematics. This course was one of the bane of my existence. When I tell you guys, this is probably one of the most difficult courses I've taken. I'm not lying about that. I'm gonna put that as super difficult. Discrete mathematics, I think, was super difficult. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree. Definitely wasn't the hardest course ever, but definitely was super difficult. Okay, let's see. So Math 270, which again, I took at community college, which is Math 265. I got a pretty good grade in this one. This is Calculus 1, so anything in calculus is not going to be easy at all. So we're going to go ahead and put that as difficult, but it wasn't super difficult. It wasn't like discrete mathematics. Calculus is pretty nice. Once you get like the pattern of things, then, you know, hit the little baby dance right there. Once you get in the pattern, no, I'm just playing. Once you get in the patterns of things, it's really not too bad. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think what's the next course that we taking. Okay, Calculus 2. Dear God, this class right here, is definitely difficult. I want to go ahead and put it as super difficult. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Calculus 2 is super difficult. I don't care what anyone says. The jump from Calculus 1 to Calculus 2 is the craziest thing ever. Like literally you learn about the power rule and all that. Then you jump into freaking integration and y substitute. U substitute. It was pretty crazy. Okay, so let's see here. Oh my gosh, Calculus 3. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll probably put Calculus 3 as I don't know. Calculus 3 is, I want to say almost impossible, but I want to say super difficult. I'm gonna put some respect on the impossible tier. I'm gonna put Calculus 3 as super difficult. That class was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right. Let's see what's next. Okay, digital design fundamentals. This is actually one of the most useful courses. It taught me basically how a computer worked fundamentally. And yeah, it was honestly one of my favorite courses because we actually built, it wasn't a Raspberry Pi, but we had not an Arduino, but it was something like that, something similar. And we actually built a computer from scratch, like a circuit board from scratch. One of my favorite courses. I would say it was kind of difficult. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say it's mid. I would say it's difficult. Even though it was a fundamental course, it definitely was not the easiest. I was at the office hours a lot. Okay, so CSE 205, which is object-oriented programming. This class was difficult because this is kind of what teaches you the foundations of actual programming. So I'm gonna put that as difficult. Obviously, it wasn't super difficult, it wasn't impossible, but it was definitely difficult. Okay, so now we're okay, not yet. Let's see here. Intro to Programming Language, which is 240. This one was also difficult, which I took this one at ASU. Okay, no, this one was actually, no, I remember this course. They actually taught us C++ in this course, and it was pretty tough. So I'm gonna put that as super difficult. I'm not gonna lie, because honestly, if I'm gonna rank it, was this course harder than Calculus 1? Yes. It was harder than Chemistry 2? Yes. Is it harder than, Calculus? I think we have hold on. Let's see here. No, this is Intro to Computer Science. So Calculus 1, yes. Was it more difficult than object-oriented programming? Yes. Was it more difficult? So I think it fits it right there. So super difficult, I would say, for that course. Okay, so now we're jumping into computer science upper division. Like as we mentioned earlier in this video, I talked about how in the first couple terms you just take your, I think terms year 1 and 2, you just take your what is it, like your what is the word for it? Your basic classes. I don't know what the word is for. I'm blanking out right now, but you take your basic classes. After that, your upper division, obviously your junior, senior, you're focused more on your actual curriculum, your curriculum classes. So yeah, starting out, so we have CSE 301, which is computing ethics. This is actually a super easy course. It was pretty useful too, because obviously if they're, ASU kind of wants to, protect themselves, because like they're teaching us all this stuff about computing and stuff. And obviously if you use this stuff for not so good, then, you can easily either lose a company millions of dollars, you can, build something and, steal data, just being dumb. So yeah, I think it was a good course. Taught me good things, obviously, to be a good person. It was an easy course too. So I'll put that as easy. Obviously we got an A+ in that joint. So, it was pretty easy. Okay. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. CSC 310, data structure algorithms. This honestly had to be one of the hardest courses. I'm debating on putting this as impossible. You guys are probably wondering, why am I saying impossible? I got an A-, because I actually was super interested in the topic. I actually really enjoyed the course, but it was definitely one of the most difficult courses I've taken. It earns a spot. A lot of these courses I'm going to start be listing out, they're probably going to be ranking close to the impossible rank. I'm not even gonna lie, because these courses are really difficult. So I got an A-. Let's see here. Okay, so operating systems. Okay, let's see here. What's next? Yeah, CSU 340. Dear goodness, this class was kind of like the pinnacle of software and computer science. This is by far the hardest programming class. If you ask anyone at computer science that got a computer science degree from ASU, they're going to tell you that this is probably the most difficult course. So I'm going to put this as impossible. This is actually one of the hardest courses that I've taken at the school. I'm trying to think. Yeah, these. Honestly, if I was gonna rank them, I'll probably put this as the operating systems is the easiest. This class is the second easiest. This class is the hardest. So if we're gonna rank those ones like that, then I would put in that order. Okay, let's see how much we got left. We got a decent amount. Okay, theoretical computer science. This class was actually really difficult as well. We learned a lot about how actually a computer works, mathematically. So it was a lot of math. Luckily, it was not too bad on math, because we took calculus 1, 2, and 3 before taking this class, so it wasn't too bad. But we learned how a computer worked, like Turing systems. We learned a little bit about the history of computers and how they were built, basic logic, ones and zeros, stuff like that. So I put this course as obviously impossible. It's one of the hardest courses at ASU. But as you see, we got A-, so we did pretty good on that. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. All right, next course was Intro to Software Engineering. This course was not bad. It was not easy at all. It was not mid at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put this as... difficult. I want to say... Okay, I'm going to put it as super difficult. I'm not going to lie. Actually, hold on. 360. What are we comparing this to? If we're comparing it to Calculus 3 and Calculus 2, then yeah, it's on the same level. So... No, it's not. I'll put it difficult. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh my goodness. Actually, hold on. Is this the right course? No, there's another course that was more difficult than that. I'm getting sidetracked, guys. My bad. Is this the course? Oh no, this is the course. Okay, this is the hardest course I've taken at ASU. This class right here, CSE 365 Information Assurance. If you guys went to ASU or you're taking this class online at ASU, just a brief history about this course. So you actually it's in person, but it's online. The only reason people actually go in person is just to get help, because everyone for this class is absolutely cooked. They don't even know what they're doing. The professor, I took the class online. The professor was absolutely I don't know. This guy had a PhD in cybersecurity or something crazy like that. The dude had an IQ of 180 at least. But All I know, this class was definitely the hardest class at ASU, and it's not even close. It's not even close. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this as number one. We'll go to put that right there as number one. Anyone who takes this class would easily agree this is the hardest class at ASU. If there was like an impossible plus tier, this is an impossible plus tier. We'll go ahead and say that. So hold on, we'll do a draw marker to make it black. Yeah, we'll say impossible plus text. Yeah, let's put that as its own tier. Put that as its own tier, yo. Yeah, that class was so difficult. Okay, all right. I think we're almost there. So okay, the next course I took was Capstone Part 2. Got a B plus in that. It's a pretty easy course. Let's see here. I'll say it was difficult. It definitely wasn't easy, but obviously I think we put the capstone part number 1 here as well, so we're not getting anything confused here. Did we put part 1 in there, or do we put it? Where do we put part 1 at? That's that. Okay, we put mid. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put it as mid because part 2 is actually a little bit easier than part 1. So we'll put it as mid. Okay, next course is gonna be let's see, capstone part 2, which I think we had a duplicate. So I think we duplicate. So this is part 1, and we have part 1 here. So part 1 is actually a duplicate. Oops. Let's go ahead and bring this over here. This is part 2. Yeah, part 2. Y'all see that term GPA though? You know what I'm saying? We got a 4.0 right there. All right. All right, cool. I think this is, where is it at? Yeah, part 2 and part 1. Okay, so that's the same tier. They're both mid. Wasn't too bad. Okay. What's next? Okay. Probability statistics. I actually failed this course one time. Yeah, this course is probably one of the hardest courses at ASU as well. And the only issue with this class as well, all the exams are in person, and it's a typical college type of exam. So you sit in a chair, you sit in a chair, you have a desk right here. The desk, the actual surface area of the desk that you're doing the work on is about the size of the palm of my hand, okay? You got that, you only have a calculator, and you only have 2 cheat sheets, right? So it's like, all right, so then you, in addition to that, you have like 500 people in this stadium with you that gotta try to do this exam, and it's such a chaotic environment. Yeah, this course is crazy, but luckily I had some friends in this class, and we actually met up a lot to study in the library, and they actually helped me pass this class. But I'd for sure say this is impossible. One of the hardest courses at ASU, and one of the only courses that I actually failed. Okay, I'm trying to think what's next. Let's see here. Let's see, distributed software development. Like I said, this is one of the hardest courses as well. I had to take this course because all the kind of easier courses were taken. So this class I did not do good on, but we did pass it, so that's good. Let's see here. Let's see, make sure I'm bringing the right one. Okay. Yeah, this class, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I'm gonna say it's super difficult. Because I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm gonna put software. I'm gonna put operating systems as super difficult. I'm gonna keep it as like that. It's kind of tough. Because I'm trying to think, like, is this course harder than this course? No. Is this course harder than that course? No. I would put it super difficult. I'll put it super difficult. Because we can't just put everything as like impossible, right? Applied linear algebra, I must also say super difficult. I got a B- on that course. That was a terrible freaking. You know how much matrix calculations I did in the middle of the night. I'm gonna put that as super difficult because I'd say honestly that class is probably the same tier as calculus 2 and 3. So I want to go ahead and put that as super difficult. Let's see here. Data foundation. This is actually one of my favorite courses. What we learned in this course. I can't even talk right now. What we learned in this course, I still use till this day. So even though I got a C+, this is actually one of the best courses I've taken at ASU. One of my favorite courses for sure. Let's see. Can we move this? Bruh. 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 I can't move this thing. Okay, cool. I didn't know we can do it like that. That probably saved me a lot of time. Okay, this class, I'm going to put it as difficult because I don't think it was easy, but I don't think it was super difficult either. Okay, so CSC 464, software QA testing. I learned a lot about, obviously, software testing, which is a really good foundation. A lot of the stuff they taught us in this course is used heavily in the industry. So I think it was pretty good. Definitely not an easy course. It was difficult, but I wouldn't say super difficult. So I'd go to put it as difficult. Let's see here. 467 data information security. Another super difficult course. Yeah, definitely not as difficult as the one we discussed earlier. I think it was 385, but it was a pretty difficult course. I'm gonna go ahead and put it as super difficult. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, it's Intro to Human Computer Contact. I recently just took this course. I think this is the last course I've taken at ASU. Got a C+. Honestly, kind of got senioritis. I probably could have got a higher grade in that class, but thing is, once you take all of your ASU classes, you can't really affect your GPA. So it really didn't matter if I got an A or a B in that class. My GPA would have probably been the same. So, all right. So this course was easy. I'm trying to think what else. So entrepreneur value creation, one of my favorite courses at ASU. The professor of this course was super cool as well. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this course. Took that thing. I think I took it second year of college. Yeah, one of my favorite. Actually, no, I think third year actually, but got an A+. Really nice course. Trying to think. Principles of mobile app developments. Yeah, this course wasn't easy at all. Actually, one of my homies was in this class. This is a super fun class. This is where I met a lot of my computer science friends. Was in this class here. Yeah, it was definitely a good time. This course was, even though I think honestly this course is amazing. It wasn't easy at all. I wouldn't say it was difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it as. Actually, I'm gonna put it as difficult because I think it was actually pretty difficult. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I really think that's it. Okay, yeah, that wraps up the list, guys. So just to wrap up where we got. All right, so these are the most difficult classes at ASU. I just want to go because the rest of the classes, I'm pretty confident. I don't know if you guys are going to go to ASU, if you guys are going to take computer science programs, but these are just the classes that I think you guys should look out for. So just kind of wrap things up. I'm just going to read the super difficult and the impossible courses. So obviously we have Calculus 2, we have object-oriented programming, we have Calculus 3, we have introduction to programming, so the actual memory management, stacks, queues, stuff like that, the basic stuff of the computer. The next we have distributed software development, and then we also have linear algebra, and we also have data information security. So those are the difficult courses, or super difficult courses. Now for the impossible courses was principles of programming languages. To that we had operating systems. Obviously that's, we learned how to build operating systems. We learned how to not build operating systems, but we learned how operating systems work. And I actually bought a textbook about this. Is like, it was basically like this thick. It was pretty crazy, but it taught us a lot about the Linux kernel. So that's something to note right there. Next course is Intro to Theoretical Computer Science. I mean, what else can I look? Just look at the name. Just look at the name, right? So, I mean, luckily I got an A- in that course, but it was probably one of the most difficult courses I've taken. The next course was Data Structures and Algorithms. I mean, ask anyone, that's one of the most difficult courses. And second to last is going to be Statistics, basically stats for engineers. In this case, this one was called Probability and Stats for Engineers, problem solving. One of the most difficult courses, again, at ASU. I failed the class the first time, passed it. I think the second time, maybe I took it 3 times. I don't even know, but definitely one of the most difficult courses I took at ASU. One of the only courses I actually failed. All right, and for the most difficult class I've taken for my computer science program was Information Assurance, CSE 365. I barely passed that class. I wouldn't wish this course on anyone. I don't think, honestly, yeah, it's not even close. This is the most difficult course at ASU. All right, guys, that was a long video for today. If you guys got this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Like I said, if this video taught you something new, go ahead and drop a like. Also, if you enjoyed anything in this video, drop a like. Also, feel free to, or make sure to subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. I'm going to be posting videos more consistently. Also, if you want to go ahead and drop a comment down below, go ahead and comment. I respond to all my comments, like I said. Once again, thank you for watching. Until next time.